Louis, get a type and cross-match the 6 units.
Right away.
And 2 of them staff. Nurse, I want you to keep her in a shock position.
Blood pressure's still dropping, Chief.
Damn it. We can't afford to wait any longer. We got to get her into OR. Stop the bleeding.
Why doesn't someone tell us what's going on in there?
Kyle, I think you should sit down and save your energy. It could be a very long night.
Yeah, I hope so. They say that they might lose Maeve, Rita.
There's nothing you can do for her right now.
No, I've done enough already, haven't I?
Kyle, you haven't done anything wrong.
It's because of me that Maeve might die in there, Rita. What does she have to push me out of the way when pressing pull the gun on me? Why?
She was standing there right next to you.
It's me who should be in there, not her.
Dad, how is she?
Doctor?
How is she?
We have to get her into OR as soon as
All
possible.
right, fine, I'll take care of her.
Mo, you've got to get a surgeon.
Oh, my God, you're suspended.
Yes.
I forgot in all the chaos. I completely
What?
forgot.
What does that mean? What difference?
It means that I can't operate on Maeve Stoddard or anyone else. I don't work here anymore.
Doctor, I don't care where you hang your shingle. She needs a surgeon. She needs your help.
You don't understand. I've been suspended by the board.
I'm not interested in the board's red tape. I want you to save Maeve. Now, please, help her.
Any luck?
No, all of the surgeons are already in OR. Why, what's wrong? Well, we have enough staff here normally, but you see there's been a multi-car accident on the interstate. The injured are still coming in, and...
Well, look, Doctor, you've got no choice. You have to operate now.
I don't have the authority.
I'll take full responsibility.
You can't. It doesn't work that way.
All right, then. Tell me how it does work.
In cases like this, the hospital administrator is held responsible if anything goes wrong.
Well, all right, then. Where is he?
That's Maureen. And I am not putting her in that position.
Are you people just going to stand around here while Maeve loses her life?
Let's call the other hospitals for attending surgeons.
That won't be necessary. All right, I give Dr. Bauer my permission to perform the operation. You better go scrub for OR.
Mo, are you sure you want to put your job on the line?
Maeve Stoddard needs a surgeon, and Aunt, you're the best there is.
Hey, what is the delay here?
Go to your patient.
Take Maeve Stoddard up to OR. I'll meet you in the scrub room.
You got it.
Good. We'll do everything we can.
I'm counting on that. She lost a lot of blood.
What does that mean?
It means they have to operate.
Now?
Maeve is a very healthy young woman. I'm sure she'll just pull through this absolutely fine.
Yeah, no thanks to me.
Give us some room here, please.
Is she conscious?
No, she's ready for OR.
Maeve?
I'm sorry, Mr. Sampson. She doesn't have time for this.
Maeve, you gotta be strong now, Maeve. You've got to fight like you've never fought before. Do you hear me, Maeve?
Clear path, please.
Why don't you come and sit down? There's nothing you can do now.
Is there anything I can do for you? Anything at all?
I don't know, maybe donate blood.
What type of blood does she have?
I don't know, after all these years, I don't know what kind of blood she has.
Don't you worry about that, honey. I mean, they will have a complete rundown on that girl's entire medical condition in no time.
God, she has to pull through. I'll do anything to make it up to her, anything at all.
Honey, can I get you something, Kyle? How about something to eat? Or maybe some coffee?
This is so unfair. All May ever wanted was my love. And what did she get?
My baby. My baby. My baby.
She got nothing but heartache. And a bullet that was intended for me.
Kyle, you've got to stop blaming yourself. You are not responsible for what happened to Maeve. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
She was in the wrong place the day that she met me. God, I wish that I'd never cursed that poor woman's life.
She doesn't blame you, Kyle. You made her very happy. How did you meet her?
It was at a museum in New York. I still remember it. She was lost in a piece of sculpture that she found there. It was as if that had more of a reality for her than the space that she was in. And then we started speaking afterwards, and I realized that she was falling in love with me. Imagine that. An intelligent, well-bred woman like that falling in love with me. Son of a brothel madam from Tulsa. Well, it was then that I realized that I had made it, that I had achieved something. She was the proof. And she was in love with me. So I acquired her, just as I had acquired almost everything else in my life. It never once occurred to me that she loved me for who I was, not for what I had become. God, I treated her so badly all these years, and now this.
It was an accident, Kyle. A terrible accident.
Mother, don't you see? She's suffering still. Because of me, I should have sent her back to New York after the condo was ransacked the first time. I'll never forgive myself for this, never.
Kyle, give it time. Honey, anything can be forgiven in time.
This is no time for your brand of troublemaking. Now, you go on home.
I heard what happened at the country club. My little girl needs her pop right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You take her home with you. I'll tend to Kyle.
Stop your scheming, Sally. This is a time for a family. Sister?
What are you doing here?
I heard what happened over at the country club on TV, and they didn't say who the lady was that was shot, and I was scared it was you.
It was Maeve Stoddard. David Preston shot her.
Lord, sister, what's this old world coming to? I hear it was H.B.'s boy Billy that shot this David.
I don't want to talk about it, Pop.
Of course. I mean, you just put it all right out of your head, sister. Old Hawk's here for you now. Like your Pop ought to be.
I'm fine, Pop. But it's Kyle I'm worried about. I mean, look at him. He's in so much pain. And there's not a damn thing I can do to stop it.
Hold it.
Honey, please, you're going to just wear yourself out pacing back and forth. Come and sit down here with me.
That's all right. I'd just as soon keep moving if you don't mind.
Well, all right, but I want you to save some of your energy for Maeve. She's going to need you more than ever when she gets out of surgery.
Yeah, if she gets out.
Oh, darling, she's going to make it. Maeve's a fighter.
Oh, she's been in there for hours. Why haven't we heard anything?
Darling, it's barely been an hour. It just seems so much longer to you because you care so much about her.
I suppose you don't realize how much you do care about someone until you're at the point of losing them. She's got to pull through, Mother. She just has to. And when she does, I'm going to make up to her. I made a promise to her a long time ago, and I'm going to keep it now.
You two did love each other once.
It was shortly after we had first met. We were walking down Fifth Avenue, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, and I rattled off, about a dozen things. But she said no, she didn't want to do them. So I said, all right, Piggy, what do you want to do? So she said she wanted to go fly a kite.
Well, Maeve's always been a child at heart.
Yeah, I know. Underneath all that elegance and wealth, there's an innocent, a beautiful woman child. We found a little kite shop in the Upper West Side, and we bought, I don't know, maybe about a dozen kites, brought them back to the park with us. We couldn't get a single one to fly. In fact, some of them we couldn't even put together, didn't know what to do with them. So we gave them to some real children, and those kids just got the kites to soar above, and we watched the color and the beauty. And we promised each other that we'd try again sometime. But we never did.
You'll make it up to her, honey.
Yeah, I'm going to. She's got to come through.
She will, honey.
And I'm going to make it up to her if it's the last thing I do.
I know you will.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, was I? The shooting, I mean, if the shooting wasn't bad enough, they arrested Mindy for stealing the $10 million in ransom money.
I've heard many a tall tale in my day, sister, but I do believe this one takes the cookie.
Yeah, it was really something, all right. And I don't think it's over yet.
Is Roxy okay? I know she's friends with Mindy and them.
No, Roxy's fine. I mean, she's just as upset about this as the rest of us. But, Pop, I'm worried about Kyle.
He can take care of himself.
Not this time. He blames himself for what happened to Maeve. And I've never seen him this miserable. And I don't think there's anything that I can do to make him feel better.
He's got his mama with him now.
But he wants Maeve.
All right, I can't take this anymore. I'm going to find out what's going on.
Kyle, stop. Wait.
Is Maeve all right?
She came through the operation fine.
How is she?
We had to remove her spleen.
Oh, no.
Miss Gleason, the spleen isn't a necessary organ. It's like your appendix. You can't live without it.
Thank goodness.
We located the bullet. We were able to remove it without any complications.
That's wonderful. Isn't that wonderful?
Wait a minute. There's something else that you're not saying. What is it? How is Maeve? Tell me, please.
She hasn't come out of the anesthesia yet.
She should have, but we can't bring her around.
I'm afraid that Maeve lost so much blood that she's gone into a coma.
Oh, no.
Coma?
Yes. But I want to stress that it could be just temporary. She could come out of it at any minute. Her neurological signs are very, very good.
And her pupils aren't fixed.
What does that mean?
Usually that's a good indication that there's no brain damage.
But there might be.
Yes, it's a possibility.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. How can this be? You said that she came through the operation without any complications.
She did. But she had lost so much blood by the time that we got to her that we just have to wait and see what happens next.
Well, what are her chances of regaining consciousness, Doctor?
At this point, I'm afraid I can't say.
Oh.
Sally.
Maeve survived the operation, but she's in a coma.
Oh, Lord, will it never end?
Tell me, how are things with Mindy and Billy?
Well, Mindy's holding on all right.
Why don't you all go home and get some rest? I'll call if there's any change.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I feel responsible for all this.
Ed, I'm going to check and see if there's anything there at the desk.
Thanks.
Ed?
Oh, hi. Mo, thank you for letting me perform the operation. I know what a risk you took.
No. There was no risk at all. I knew you'd save her life.
I'm afraid it's a little too early to tell about the baby.
Baby?
Maeve's pregnant. And after all she's been through, I'm afraid she might miscarry.
Oh. Oh, God.
Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.